Hello, hello! Pizza Packs here, and we're back with Mystery Booster 2 Convention Edition number 10. This comes from our second box from Festival in a Box Atlanta. So let's get started. Now, I've heard there have been quite a few collation errors in the Mystery Booster 2 boxes from Atlanta, or from the Atlanta MagicCon. So, who knows? Maybe we'll see bunch of duplicates, or maybe not. Right, got packs 1 through 8, 9 to 16, 17 to 20, or 17 to 24, not 21. Now, I love the Mystery Booster 2 boxes. Let's get started. Pack 1. Starting off strong with Mother of Runes. Good old mom. Master of Arms, Ideas Unbound, very nice. Shifting Sliver, Order of Midnight, Shambling Ghast, Gorilla Shaman, Flame, Everglade Elemental, Evolution Sage, Fracture, Herald of Secret Streams, very nice. Snow-Covered Forest in the white border, alright. Basalt Monolith, very nice. First black border printing since beta, if I remember correctly. And then Glade of the Pump Spells. Alright, pack 2. I might not call out all the commons and uncommons in every pack, just because I'm starting to lose my voice a bit. And I go a little faster when I don't. Oh, Chittering Rats. There's a good one. Alright. Vindicate, very nice. Thopter Foundry, alright. Grafdigger's Cage in the Future Sight frame, very nice. And Champion of the Harish. I think we have pretty close to all of the playtest cards at this point. Alright, pack 3. Condemn. Used to be really good. Rite of Consumption, occasionally sees play. The Black Fling, basically. Alright, oh, Fangren Marauder, very nice. Gorgon Flail sees quite a bit of play in Commander, but I don't play Commander, really. Elsha of the Infinite, okay. Karuga, the Macro Sage, nice. Doomsday, one of my favorite cards of all time, from my favorite set of all time. Weatherlight, Maestro's Totally Safe Hideout. Alright, that's a fun one. Pack 4. We are, of course, hoping to hit some of the nicer... Ooh, Dissipate. Foils. Not a whole ton of foils in the set. Wonder if that's the Storm one. Fendhorn Elves. Haywire Mite, very nice. Phyrexian Walker. Crystalline Crawler. Paradoxical Outcome, very nice. Reset, hey! Originally printed in Legends. It's printed as an uncommon, which was reprinted as one. And then Gobland, very nice. Played in the Legacy High Tide decks. Pack 5. Or at least it used to be. AKA Solidarity is another name for it. Alright. Virtuous Ruin, that's a fun one you don't see very often. You Are Already Dead, Nani. Incinerate, alright. Presence of Gond, alright, we need that for Hopper. For our Seal. Queen, Itinerant Meddler, that's a fun one. White border, Stony Silence. And Miri's Guile. Miri's Guile, another great one from, I believe, Weatherlight. It's either Weatherlight... I can't remember if this was from Weatherlight, Exodus, or Tempest. Might have been from Tempest, actually. And then Bolshak Dragon, which is a reference to a completely different game. Pack 6. Okay. Oh. Mana Breach. Hey, that's a fun one. Snap. Oh, snap. Featured Goblin. That's good too. You have Mike Granger. Ikra Shadiki, the Usurper. Skyclave Apparition. White border. Very nice. It's at least our third one. Meekstone. Very nice. A great card to pick up off of Urza Saga, by the way. People forget about it. And then we have Subgoyf. Subgoyf. It is a Lyrgoyf and a submarine. That is pretty hilarious. Pack 7. Alright. A whole lot of... Oh, there's About Face. Trumpet Sublime Epiphany. Love that card. Gitaxian Probe. Unfortunately, banned in everything but Vintage and Commander. Temporal Manipulation. Very nice. The Future Sight frame. Originally printed in Portal. It's either Portal or Portal 2. I think it was Portal 2. It's a functional reprint of Time Walk. Or not Time Walk. Time Warp. Hish of the Snake Cult. Very nice. Then pack 8, rounding out our first stack. Alright, we have Ward Sliver, Spirit Mantle, Reckoner's Bargain, very nice. Need those for Pauper. Inspired Tinkering, Empty the Warrens, very nice. I love that art. That's from one of the dual decks. Okay. Swans of Brenar Gall, unfortunately, nowhere near as good now that Path to Exile exists. Before Path to Exile, it was a great card. Blazing Root Walla, Memnite. Funny enough, this actually dropped the price of the old Player Rewards Memnites. Might have been, might not have been Player's Reward. It might have been Store Champs, something like that. And then Planewalker. Yeah. Of course, it's a Kithkin. Alright, pack 9. Siren Stormtamer is a fun one. Throat Slitter. Unfortunately, is an uncommon, so I can't play it in Pauper. Unchained Berserker. Over Ramgang. Iroas, God of Victory. Very nice. Treasure Cruise. Sweet. Then we have Xantia, Sleeper Agent Foil. Hey-oh. That is a good one. Beautiful art by Heather Hudson. I'm going to stick that in a sleeve. That's a few buckaroos. Then we have a dairy cow, grazing type, which is a reference to a creator that I cannot remember the name of at the moment. Pack 10. He has had some very funny skits over the years. Oh, Filth. That's a good one. Orcish Lumberjack, which I just realized this past week is a common, so we might be able to play it in Pauper somehow. Canopy Surge. Thorn Mammoth. Alright, another Mystical Dispute. Walking Ballista. Oh, I hadn't seen that in the future frame yet. It's pretty sweet. And Teamer Elevator. Alright. 11s? Pretty sure that's 11s. Yes, it is. And starting off with a nice Flicker Wisp. Alright, then we Chastise. Some other good... Oh, good old Hand of Death from Portal 2. That was a fun one. I remember teaching a lot of people how to play with Portal and Portal 2. So that's Earthshaker Giant. Right? White border Colossal Dreadmaw. And for some reason I have an original printing, Rivals of well, it wasn't the original, it was the second printing, which was Rivals of Ixalan Colossal Dreadmaw on my desk. I don't know why this is here, to be to be completely honest. But it was kind of funny. And then we have a collected company. Very nice. And Arcanum Things. Arcanum Things. Dirty Dozen, pack 12. And an errant beard hair, apparently. Mentor the Meek. Prismatic Strands. Hey, that's a good one. Okay, Void Beckoner. That one's fun. Enlarge. Twin Silk Spider. Is it Boilerworks? Alright. Gaddock Teague. Good old Gaddock Teague. Doesn't see anywhere near as much play as it used to. Daze in the white border. Spike Weaver. The Future Sight frame and All-Star Kicker. A little confused why Spike Weaver is even in here, but you know, what can you say? Oh, that's the one that prevents combat damage. Never mind. I can see why that one's in there. Lucky 13. For some reason I thought that was the one that wasn't anywhere near as good. Fairgrounds Warden, Web of Inertia. Recently picked up a set foil of that. Cabal Pit. Let's see. Young Wolf. Let's see his play. Haywire Might, Murderous Redcap. Very nice. Tasha's Hideous Laughter. Gotta love the mill players sometimes. Displacer Kitten. Very nice. Love Displacer Kitten. And Future Sight in the Future Sight frame. That's pretty hilarious. And then Flavor Disaster. Yeah, that's that was a Spider-Man set, all right. I was not enjoying myself the other day. Let's see, 14. Little Rushing River. This to be really good. Outmaneuver. It's a fun one. Tail Swipe, Razorfin Hunter, Murderous Rider. Okay. Expressive Iteration in the white border. Brainstorm in the Future Sight frame with the best art. Cropped a little strange, but still the best art. Then we have Luxor Ignited. Okay. 15. Variant Spirit. Curiosity, yeah, that's a solid one. Hatchet Bully, Frenzied Saddle Brute. Skull Muncher, Heartstone, hey! That's really good for sliver decks. Rotting Regisaur. Wasteland, very nice. And Ernemgen. Good old Armageddon. It's a fun deck. Was a fun deck. A Girl and Her Dogs. Alright. Sweet 16. All Seed of Life's Bounty. It's a fun one when it was in Standard. Disrupt. Still sees play. Ardent Elementalist. Very nice. Crystal Vein. Hey. Don't see that every day. Clothis, God of Destiny. Arcane Lighthouse in the white border. The Rack in the black border. Very nice. And then Under Construction Skyscraper. Oh, because it's got the level system. That is so silly. Kind of like it, but that's silly. All right. 17. Hey, Sunscape Familiar. Need some more of those. Okay. Sure Strike Needle Drop. That's a solid one. Young Wolf. Next with Surge. Elfheim Palace. Soulfire Grandmaster. That's a fun card. Cabal Coffers. All right. In the white border, too. And a Death Shadow in the Future Sight frame. I like that. And then Heart of a Duelist. 18. Don't forget to register to vote if you're in the US. Midterms will be here sooner than you think. Okay. Little purpose. That is a strange feeling card. Sigil of the New Dawn. Dreadhound, Burning Prophet. That sees play in Pauper. It's part of the Hot Dogs deck. Burning Palmifrete. Corsiderm, Harvester Druid, Guildless Commons. Pernicious Deed. Love the art on Pernicious Deed. Christopher Moliere. Basking Root Walla. We go with our Blazing Root Wallas. Counterspell. Okay, never have too many of those. Who's that Praetor? It's Who's That Pokemon, but better. And that's from it's a card from Fallen Empires that I can't remember the name of at the moment. Right, 19. Vizier of Remedies. Very nice. Surge of Salvation, Halimar Depths, Echo Tracer, Deadly Dispute. Even though it is banned, I'm still pulling it. Vile Requiem. That one throws me back. Tybalt. Gives Embrace, Jasperia Sentinel, Elution Sage, Golgari Charm. That's a fun one. Showdown of the Scalds. Nice. Veil of Summer. Goblin Lackey. Man, it actually looks pretty cool in the Future Sight frame. I think that's only the third printing it's ever had, too. An Orb of Origin. Good old poly artifact. 2, add 1 mana of any color. Other non-creature artifacts are mono and continuous. Each activated ability of mono artifacts costs an additional tap to activate it, if its cost doesn't already include tap. As long as a continuous artifact is tapped, it loses all abilities. Oh, so we're playing like it's 1994 or 1993. I like it. All right, 20. Karametra's Blessing. That's a fun one. Resolute Reinforcements, Rescind, Fairy Swarm. Punishing Fire. Okay. Reckless Impulse. Nice. Arrogant Worm. Nomad Outpost. Shared Summons. That's a fun one. Ponder. Control of the Court. Very nice. It's like Burning Inquiry, but a little better. And Duelist Convocation International. Good old DCI. I still remember my old DCI number. I miss the DCI. Judges were just... The whole judge program was much better under the DCI. You know what? You love it. It's 21. Temporal Isolation, which is used in the Boggles deck. Stonehorn Dignitary. That's a fun one. Well, Rush of Knowledge. I need to pull a couple of those for a Pauper deck I'm working on. Crimson Wisp. That's a fun one. Sees play in the Jeskai Ascendancy deck. Hasn't been a tier 1 deck for a while, but still fun. Insult to Injury. Alright, Tarnished Citadel. Huh. To be honest, for some reason I thought that was on the reserve list. Then Mind Twist in the Future Sight frame. I love that. Looks like Thing is on his head. That's pretty great. And You Complete Me. Very nice. Alright. 2 to 2, 2, 2. It's 22. Spirited Companion, the goodest boy. Careful Study, very nice. Those have gotten quite pricey in the last couple of years. Alright, Goblin Slide, Jasperia Sentinel, Vines of Vastwood, Inside Out. Hey, got a good run there. Shuyun, the Silent Tempest. Teferi, Time Raveler in the White Border, very nice. And then Scale Lord Reckoner. Okay. It's a fun reactive card, or reflexive trigger. And Rund Terror versus Runed Terror, or Runed Terror maybe? Ugh. That's a weird one. 23. Gold Meadow Harrier. That was a fun one back in the day. Viral Drake. Archfiend of Sorrows. Barbed Batterfist. That's a solid one. Yavimaya Granger. Pure Sight Marrow. Questing Beast. That's a thing. Dak Faden Double Mythic Pack. That's fun. And we have Mana Short. It's especially fun in Stasis decks. And Muragonda Eldrazi. And last but not least, pack 24. Rounding out our 10th box. Okay, Totem Guide Heartbeast. Military Intelligence, Kelpie Guide, Feast or Famine, War Driver, Shuko, Dothy Voidwalker, very nice, and Sword of the Meek to go with our Thopter Foundry from earlier, Velucan Dragon, right, it's pretty solid. And then the Colossal Dreadmaw. You may cast creature cards from your hand as though they were the card Colossal Dreadmaw. They become Colossal Dreadmaws. That's, you know, that's just a good one to end it on. Alright. Well, thank you for joining me on this adventure. As always, don't forget to like, share, comment, subscribe. All that good stuff for the algorithm. It really helps us out. I really appreciate it. And until next time, stay awesome. We'll see you in the next one. Thanks. Bye.